Hi Librarians, how you doing? It's Martin from the Dinosaur Experience. We're based here in Watson, Louisiana, but we travel, we come to libraries just like yours, and we can bring along this kind of thing. And if you think this guy is pretty cool, you are gonna love the other things we can do for you. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome and thank you so much for spending your valuable time here with us this morning. I'm not going to keep you for too long, but I just wanted to do a little show to let you know about the Dinosaur Experience and some of the things, oh, excuse me, some of the things we can do for you guys at your summer camps and your libraries. So here's a quick overview of what we're going to be covering. We're going to be looking at what the Dinosaur Experience actually is. And then we're going to have a look at what the Dinosaur Experience can do for you. Oh, excuse me. What we can do for you. And I put that right at the start because to me that's really important. I don't want to waste your time and I know it's valuable. So we're going to cover what we can do for you. What age groups we can cover. We're going to have a look at that. And then how large or smaller group we can deal with. Then we'll have a look at how far we'll travel. And at the end there, we'll have time for any questions you may have. Now, we are actually live at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Typical. Just as you go live, we start getting a coughing fit. Anyway, we're live at the moment. We're live on my Facebook page. We're live on the Dinosaur Experience Facebook group. We're live on the Dinosaur Experience Kids Facebook group. We're live on our YouTube page, the Dinosaur Experience. We're live on LinkedIn. And we're also live on Twitter. So if you're watching and it says there's only one person watching, don't worry. There are a few of you out there. I can see they're all there. But what it means is, as you're watching us live, if you have any questions that come up, you can ask us and I'll get to them at the end. We've got some time at the end for questions. Now, I've just put a comment up. And hopefully wherever you're seeing that, that's where you can type in any answers you may have to that to the question. So if where you've seen that, ask any questions you may have, and we can do that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Who is the Dinosaur Experience? Well, here we are. This is it. This is myself here and my good lady wife, Dawn. Dawn's a school teacher full-time. She works at the Central High School in Livingston Parish. She's been doing that for many years. Some of you may know her. And this is our family. So we've got Hannah, Raina, and Tyler here. And this is our family. And we are a very small family business that bring the experience of dinosaurs to you. So we're not a franchise, which is a small family business. And we like to say we are in the edutainment business. We're an edutainment business based around dinosaurs. So what does that mean? Well, basically we come to you and we bring along fossils and various different dinosaur things, and we put on a show that will hopefully entertain and at the same time educate your kids. We come via our truck. As you can see here, we have a trailer that we put all our stuff inside and we bring it to you. Now, the advantage of us coming to you is that you don't have to have these huge field trips where you've got to book a truck or a coach to get everybody on. You've got to do the head count to get them on. You've got to do the head count when they're on there. Then you've got to do the head count to get them off. Make sure they're all in the right places. You've got to make sure that they've all toileted at the right time. You've got to get them on the coach, off the coach. All those endless head counts, making sure you haven't lost anybody. The beauty of us, the Dinosaur Experience, we come to you, and it takes away all that hassle of trying to organise what you can do. Now, we fully understand that you guys have your own objectives. And one of the things that we do when we bring our show is we bring our dinosaurs. And so here we've got all our dinosaurs. I can talk you through them here. So the first one there, you can see me riding him. That's Brutus. Brutus is a Carnotaurus. He's our brand new dinosaur. So for those of you guys who had us last year, You never saw Brutus. He's brand new to us this year. So he's an addition that we've added to our live shows. We've got Rexy and Susie. They're our baby T-Rexes. You can see they're the ones that we carry around. They're our baby T-Rexes. Then we've got our walking dinosaurs. We've got Nash, who's the one on the chain there, being walked by the little boy. And we've got Rocky there. They're all of our dinosaurs. Now, I will say we don't normally bring all of them to like day camps or libraries. It's overkill. It's not needed. Unless you're putting on a great big extravaganza and we're coming on for an hour or something, doing a big long show, we probably bring one of the babies, probably Rexy or Susie, and we'll bring one of the walking dinosaurs, which would be Nash or Rocky. And then we'll probably bring our brand new dinosaur, the Carnotaurus, Brutus, along as well. So that's what we do to bring the education alive for you. Also, what else can we do? We do virtual lessons, very important. It happened for us last year and the year before with COVID as it swung its ugly head in. A lot of the libraries, they booked us for virtual lessons that they could have on their own sites and do that sort of thing. If you wanted to have us with a package where we do a virtual lesson as well as a physical lesson, we can do that, or just a virtual lesson if you're a bit further afield and you didn't want it to pay for us to come traveling, we can do that as well. And this is like what a virtual lesson may look like. So that's something else we can do. We also cover birthdays and corporate events. Not going to spend any time on that at all today. It's not relevant to what we're talking about. What we're really looking at today is summer camps, schools and libraries, and what we can actually do for you guys. So what can we do for you? What can the Dinosaur Experience do for you? Now, we understand that you have objectives that you're trying to achieve. And so we're trying to base ourselves around how we can help you to reach those objectives. And one of those things might be to raise awareness of your camps and your summer camps and your library events, the summer reading programs, to bring people into your location. You either want to get them into your summer camps or you want to bring people into your library. So how can we help with that? Well, once you've booked us, these are some of the things that we do. We run Facebook events for public events. So this wouldn't be for a summer camp. This would be for a library event or a public event where you want the general public to come along. This is something that we organise on our Facebook page. We don't put any money in it. There's no advertising, but you can see this one here was from the event in Hammond last year. It reached over 29,000 people. And of those 29,000 people, they had just over 1,200 responses. So 1,200 people said, yes, I'm interested. I might be interested. I'm coming, etc. So that was with no money spent, just us. Once they'd booked us, we did a Facebook event, which we do for all our public events, and advertised it through Facebook for you guys. Again, we don't put money into that. That's just purely word of mouth and people sharing it. Have you seen what's going on at the library? Have you seen what's coming? So that's one thing that we do. We also, when the summer comes around for our public live events, we create this flyer. And this flyer we pin onto our Facebook pages, on our Facebook group and our Facebook pages, and we pin it there. It stays at the top, so come June and July, people can see where we're going to be. And these were the public events from last year. These are the public events we did. So at any stage, people can look, see where we're going to be at the timings, and then at the bottom there, you'll notice it says, please confirm the details with your local library to make sure that it's still in the right place. Or as happened last year, they had to pre-book, and the places went pretty quickly. What we also will do for the public events, we'll put them on our broadcast. Once a week, we do a live broadcast for the kids where we teach about dinosaurs. And each week we teach about a different dinosaur. Last week was the Velociraptor. And we do a lesson there and we teach the kids all about dinosaurs. That's all for free. It goes out to YouTube, our Facebook page, our Dinosaur Experience for Kids Facebook group. And we'll advertise the public events that we're doing every week, that we're doing them on our show there. Now, the end result of that last year, as you can see, we had good numbers. You know, this was from a library event we went to. They'd advertised. We helped them to push, and it was pretty much sold out. A summer camp here, an amazing summer camp we went to, had great fun. Again, another library we went to. And then this was a different library. I believe this one was in Natchitoches. We did 2 events outside and then 2 actually inside the library. So that's what we can do to help you promote the events and get more people to you. Now, once they're here, our role is to make sure that we enthuse these guys. We make sure that they're happy, have the greatest time. They go home and tell their parents what an amazing summer camp they went to. Can they please come again next year? That's the sort of response that we're trying to get, and it is the response we were getting. And you can see we really work hard to make sure that the children have a good time, and we give everybody, and we tailor it to each group that we're going to. Every show is slightly different. We've got an idea of what we're going to do, but we react to the crowd as we go. So what age groups work best? Well, here's the thing about what we do. In the ideal world, we like to break up the age groups. Now, we understand that's probably not relevant for things like public events and libraries where we come and do a show. So in those scenarios, we do like a vanilla show that has a bit for everybody. We have a bit for the young ones, we have a bit for the intermediates, and then we put some educational stuff in there that's more interesting for the older children. But we can adapt it as we go. Ideally, we like to break them down. So it might be, for example, if you had a summer camp, we could do under 4s, we could do 4 to 8 year olds, and then 8 and above. And that's kind of how we would do that. Now, obviously, the under 4 year olds would have a very different show to the 8 and above year olds. And we gear it individually. But like we said, if it's just one big group, we can deal with that. We can do like a vanilla thing that everybody gets a little touch. It may be, if you're a library, that you may want to split your day. So that you don't have huge numbers all in one here. And that's what we did here. This was the Denham Springs Walker Library last year. And what they did, they had us for a whole day. And we split the day into like 6 or 7 different shows. And people had to pre-book for the shows. So, and then that way, because of COVID and the keeping people spread out, not too many people and all the rules were involved, we could actually limit the amount of people coming through. So that may be a thought. If you are doing a public event, you might want to do us for the day and have several shows rather than one big show where everybody turns up at once. Something people ask us, how far will we travel? Well, this was last year, so I'm only looking at last year and where we went. So if we look at the map now, the furthest west we went last year was actually San Antonio. Okay, we are, if you look at the little blue dot on the map there, just above Baton Rouge, that's roughly where we live. San Antonio to our west was about 7 hours drive. Furthest north, Shreveport, and I know we're already booked in Shreveport for this year. In fact, we're going up there in March. For 3 days as part of their outreach program. And hello to Lauren if you're watching. We're looking forward to come and see you up in Shreveport. Also, we're coming up to the Webster Parish Libraries. They've already booked us for July, and that's just below Shreveport in that sort of area there. And so that's about as far north as we went last year. Farthest east we went was Pensacola. That's about as far east as we went. Now, we will quote anywhere in the country. In fact, we'll probably even quote outside of the country. But obviously you have to be aware, the further we travel, the more the cost is going to be. That's why we can't discuss individual costs here. Every job is different, and so we'll look at that. We've actually talked to a group of schools in California. About 5 schools got together. They wanted to book us to come over and bring the dinosaurs and do a show at 5 individual schools in California. So that's the kind of, and also we've talked to people in Chicago. It's not unusual for us to get inquiries from all over the country. We will give everybody a price, and then it's up to you whether you think it's worth it, whether you want us to come or not. So that's pretty much as far as we'll go. So the thing about it is you've got to get in early. If you want to speak to us, get in early. Have we got any recommendations? Let me show you this. So these were all the summer camps that we went to last year. Okay, now a lot of these people have already been in touch with us. A lot of them are going to get in touch very soon. So if you're not on this list, if you want to be on this list for this year, get in touch with us soon, because there's only so many days in June and July when the kids are out. If you want to get us in at the right time for you, maybe a morning or whatever, get in touch soon, because if you leave it till too late, you're going to be getting afternoon sessions, or we may not be able to come at all. When we're doing these long distance ones, we're staying away for 2 or 3 days. That can take a large chunk out of the diary. So if you are interested in the Dinosaur Experience and you want us to come, these are the summer camps we went to last year. If you know anybody on these lists, give them a call. Say, hey, tell me about the Dinosaur Experience. How were they last year? I'll leave that up to you. They're the summer camps. These were the libraries we went to. So if you're a librarian, you're thinking about having us, have a look at this list here. You can watch it on the replay and pause it, look up the library, see if you know somebody, give them a call, say, what can you tell me about the Dinosaur Experience? How were they? Leave that in your hands. I'm not going to say ring this person, ring that person. I'm giving you the list of everybody we came to last year. We're expecting that list to be bigger this year, but that's everybody we came to. If you may think you're interested, then please don't hang around. All right, so we're coming to questions now. So if you have any questions, type them in. I've got a few here that I can see already coming in from different areas. But if you're thinking about, you've got a specific question about your place, then please type them in now, and I'll get to you before the end of the broadcast. We've been going about 20 minutes, which is perfect. We've probably got another 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll be wrapping up. So if you've got a question, get it in there now, type it in there, and we will get to it. So I've got a couple of questions already. Let me have a look. Somebody's asking about multiple locations. Yes, if you're a summer camp and perhaps you've got several daycares, that sort of thing, we can talk to you about that. It's not a problem. Ideally, we'd like to do them all in the same day, maybe one on one, or you can bring them all into one location, but it's not unusual for us to travel to different locations. We can go on different days. So yes, we can cover multiple locations, and we can invoice that accordingly how you want it to. The cost comes, somebody's asking about the cost here. The cost depends on how far you are from us and what you want. It's very different if you are 4 miles down the road and you want 20 minutes worth of entertainment, compared to 300 miles away, 1,000 people, and you want all day entertainment. And that's why we can't really talk costs on this live broadcast, but please do get in touch with us and we'll give you details immediately. Best way to get a quote? Best way to get a quote is if you go on our Facebook, on our website, thedinosaurexperience.com. You see it here. You go to inquiries, or just send us a message and they say, hey, I own a summer camp in. I've got this many kids. So what do we need to know? We need to know where you are. We need to know how many kids we're looking at, rough age groups, and when you're thinking that you may want us. That will give us enough information that we can come back to you with an idea on pricing. Where else can you get in touch with us? Look for the Dinosaur Experience on Facebook. You'll find 2 groups. You'll find our Facebook page, and you'll find the Dinosaur Experience for Kids Facebook group. Look for us on YouTube. Again, the Dinosaur Experience. You'll find all our videos there. LinkedIn, you can come to me personally, Martin Wilmot, or again, look for the Dinosaur Experience. And on Twitter, I believe it's Ranger Martin. That's how you can get in touch with us. What do you need us to? Okay, so what do you need to provide for us? Okay, so a couple of things. We like preferably to work inside, like a gym or a church or a large area, something like that. Mainly because it gets so hot, the kids get uncomfortable, and the guys, let's just say this: our dinosaurs get very hot. And so they need lots of regular breaks. If we're inside and a bit of air conditioning, it makes life so much easier for us. Having said that, we're very happy to work outside, and we work probably half the jobs we do are outside in like a parking lot or in a secure play area. We'll leave that up to you. That's what we need. We need a large area. We can't really work in classrooms unless they're really big classrooms, because our walking dinosaurs, Nash and Rocky, and our rideable dinosaur, Brutus, they need space. They're about 15 foot long, so when they turn, their tails need a lot of space. So that's something to be aware of. That's something we need. If we're talking about a large groups, maybe 50 plus, we bring our own PA system. We have a headphone and we have speaker systems so that we can do that. We will need electricity to plug into in that scenario. What else is there? Can you do? Oh, can you do live internet sessions? Yes, we can. Probably not likely in June, July. I'll be honest. We're likely to be on the road, but we can always pre-record them and send them to you. If you wanted one on a Tuesday, like say if you are part of a school that wanted a live show, or people who educate the children at home, for example, we can do a live show on a Tuesday or a Thursday during the week. Not during the summer period. We can do that. That's not a problem at all. All right, I think that's all the questions we've covered. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, if you do need to get in touch with us, the Dinosaur Experience, don't leave it long. If you've got a summer camp, if you're a school, if you're a library, we book up very quickly. Some of the libraries book us for 4 or 5 days at a time, and that takes up a huge chunk. It could take up a whole week of the summer experience. So if you are looking at us, get in touch as soon as you can. All right, thank you for your time. I'm going to run this little video at the end here. This just shows you some of the fun that we had last summer. Speak to you very soon. Bye-bye.